afternoon, good evening, good whenever it is you're tuning in. Welcome to Ticket Price, the only show on the internet that asks the questions that matter. Are these movies worth the ticket price? In other words, are they worth your time and money? Welcome to another Top 10 edition, the fun one. As we revisit episodes 61 through 70 and discuss each movie's worst character. I am so excited.
This is always my favorite.
They're everyone's favorite because we can all just be hate-filled little gremlins.
Hell yeah.
Who am I? I'm Jake, co-host and voice of the show. Sitting across the way, co-host extraordinaire and the only man who's got it from Moira Tierney.
Hell yeah, I do.
Tevis at Master Control. Tevis, how are you, sir?
I am great. I'm ready for this.
You might even let Moira finish first.
Yeah, this time.
Selfish lover. Coming on a t-shirt near you.
Ew.
Wait. How near me? All right. All kidding aside, game face time. Are you ready to just be the worst?
Just like every character on this list.
Exactly.
Hell yeah.
Ooh. I got like stretch. I got limber up. I always get really animated during this because I don't want to like pull something and hurt myself.
I'll do some lunges.
Hold on. I am wearing sweatpants, which makes me feel a little weird because I normally don't go out of the house in sweatpants, but I was running late. I've got sick kids. I put something on. You should be grateful I'm wearing pants at all.
We're going to do this over Zoom next time.
Oh, I'm definitely not wearing pants over Zoom. Look, Sarah's not even here. It's you, it's me, it's Mel Gibson, it's Timothy Oliphant. We're just four bros talking about movies, not wearing pants.
Hell yeah.
What's weird about this? Sitting in a basement together.
Nothing.
In a circle. What's weird about this?
All of it.
You know, if we actually had a celebrity guest on the show, and for some reason they came in-house, I think we would splurge for a special desk.
No.
Oh, they have to sit in the Sarah seat right here in our business?
Absolutely.
So, our knees could touch.
We would share a mic.
Like we did in our first, 4 or 5 episodes.
Absolutely.
We would all just take turns leaning in.
Awkwardly.
God, I don't miss those things.
Me either.
All right. For those of you who do not remember, the episodes we are looking at, 61 Under Paris, then LongLegs, Don't Breathe, The Crazies, Joe Dirt, Xmen, Easy A, Liar Liar, The Equalizer, and Lethal Weapon 3. Which means we are getting started off. Episode 61, Under Paris. Tevis, you might want to start us off because I don't know if I have it narrowed down enough to pick just one.
I have all the human characters.
That's right. Your best character was the shark. I had forgotten.
No, there is one character.
Legitimately, there's one.
Legitimately, only one that's the worst of the worst.
The leader of the freaking youths.
Micah.
Micah?
I don't know.
I think it's Micah.
That Coraline looking motherfucker.
That Coraline looking bitch with her stupid blue streak.
Terrible. She does the dumbest shit just for dumb shit's sake.
Yeah.
Jumps in the water with the sharks and is like, oh, look, they're friendly. They won't hurt you. Just come in. And then immediately gets eaten. And we're all supposed to be like, oh, no.
She puts the lives of 4 people in danger for reasons. Someone explained to me her thought process.
She didn't have one.
We save this one shark equals planet is saved?
Stupid. Because she's stupid. It's stupid. Much like that movie.
Man, Under Paris, the 5th all-time greatest shark movie.
Sure.
I'm really enjoying this ongoing joke if it just keeps getting lower. All right. Man, Micah sucks. That movie sucks.
That movie sucks.
Moving on to episode 62. Speaking of sucks, LongLegs. This character sucks.
I think I know who you have.
I bet you don't. Who do you have?
I have the alcoholic Agent Carter.
He wasn't an alcoholic.
He was drunk all the time.
No, he wasn't. You have
Terrible character.
made this up.
Terrible character. Drunk on the job.
Is that legitimately your pick?
That's my pick.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, Agent
Wrong.
Carter.
Wrong. All right. Son, sit down. Let me talk to you. There is a pick. There is one character in this movie who ruins the entire thing. And we have to look at his big dumb ass repeatedly.
The devil?
But most egregiously, while he's cutting the crusts off his tuna fish sandwich in the middle of Harker Lee's kitchen. Lee Harker or Harker Lee?
Lee Harker.
Lee Harker. Whatever. No one gives a shit about her either. I'm talking about the devil. Ruins
That's a good pick.
the entire movie. I would have also accepted Lee's mom. She sucks too. You know I'm right.
Yeah, but the devil wasn't an alcoholic.
Shut up.
Agent Carter was alcoholic.
I hate you. You suck. Okay. Episode 63, Don't Breathe. Everyone come together because we're all in unison. We'll all say it together. 1, 2, 3. Money.
Such a terrible guy. God, he's so...
He sucks.
Sucks.
You just look at him and you're like, I'm not going to like this guy.
Yeah, his name is Money. He's got a dollar bill,
Tattooed
dollar
on his
sign
neck.
on his neck. He makes the dumbest decisions.
He talks like an idiot.
He talks like an idiot. He acts like an idiot. He dies like an idiot.
No, he died like a bitch.
Yes, he did.
For all his gusto.
All his talk, all his threats. And I'm glad.
No balls.
I was glad he died.
We all were. I think all the characters in the movie were. When what's her face is in the closet and she's got her hands over her mouth when she watches Money die, she's not muffling a scream, she's muffling a celebration.
She's trying to stop herself from laughing.
Yeah, she's not stifling the no. She's stifling the yes.
Well, Alex is definitely happy that he died.
Yeah, because that cock block's out of the way.
Yes.
Alex could have done better than her.
I agree.
I don't even remember her name.
Not anymore because he did.
Yeah, he didn't make it. What is her name? I don't care.
Bethany.
It is not. It might be. I don't think
No,
it
I
is,
don't
though.
think it was Bethany.
No, it was something stupid and angsty and something a freaking youth would go by. Freaking youths, get out of my movies.
What is her name?
It's Rocky. There it is.
I forgot. Terrible name.
Yeah. All right. Episode 64, The Crazies. Worst character. I put not applicable.
I had a hard time with this one.
I did too. I did. I put not applicable, but we don't allow that as an answer. We have to make a pick. I made a pick. This is a bit of a hot pick, hot take. I went with Judy Dutton.
Oh, okay.
Because all she does is scream at her husband to do more while she simultaneously exclusively makes bad decisions.
Okay.
She helps him with basically nothing. That's bad enough. But then she makes everything he's doing harder by being the worst. David! Do something, David, or I'm going to wander off here by myself again and put myself in peril again. So my husband has to do something again. Bitch, stop. Cut it out.
Okay. I did not pick Judy. Mine is not a character that is the worst because that character just is a terrible. The actor sucks, or the character doesn't need to be there, or whatever. But I picked Mayor Hobbs.
Oh, sure.
He just kind of disregards the sheriff's concerns, and he's the mayor from Jaws, is basically what he is.
Yeah, not as bad.
No, not as bad.
But there is something about
this was a really
a
hard
rural farming community, but he's doing laps in his private in-ground pool. I'm going, where'd you get that money?
Yeah.
Being mayor of bumfuck Iowa didn't get you in-ground pool money.
No, so there's something going on there. But
yeah.
And like I said, this is a hard pick. I know it was a reach. But,
that's the thing, and I feel like we're both reaching, admittedly.
Yeah, because there's every character in this movie is good.
Wait a minute. Maybe we're both wrong. What was the guy's name who Dutton and his deputy borrow the boat?
Oh, that guy. He wasn't in it enough to be the worst character, I think.
No, that guy sucks. And then he makes the shoot me comment.
Yeah.
To the sheriff, like, eat my ass. Nom, 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 nom.
And I know the actor. He was in The Rock with Nicolas Cage. He was one of the...
Gross.
I think he was the one that Nicolas Cage put that...
the explosive in his mouth?
In his mouth, and then punches him.
Oh, okay.
I think that was him. But
I like The Rock. I don't like Nicolas Cage. I like the movie The Rock, starring Nicolas Cage and...
Sean Connery.
Sean Connery, thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't like the actor / wrestler / shitty tequila maker / fake social media influencing persona, The Rock. I want to be very clear that I do not like Dwayne Johnson, but there coincidentally is a movie called The Rock that I do like. Is that clear?
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
Okay.
Okay.
Neither was anyone else.
I can't wait till we do The Rock, the movie, on the show.
We're not just going to TP The Rock.
No.
Not going to A-frame.
No, absolutely not.
Eiffel Tower. Is that all of them? I think that's all of them. Okay. Episode 65, Joe Dirt. There's a handful of picks, I feel.
Yeah. I think we probably have the same one.
Well, mine is actually 2. I'm cheating.
Okay.
I'm cheating a little bit. I picked Joe's parents.
Oh. Okay.
And to your point where, like, the Crazies, they're not, I guess you could argue they're not in it enough, but I guess my argument to that would be their decisions, like, they're physically not in the movie more than a couple minutes, right?
But they drive the movie.
But their presence is felt all throughout the movie.
Yeah, that's his goal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and the whole time we know, and we get the feeling long before Joe figures it out that, like, he wasn't forgotten.
No.
He was abandoned. Then it comes out that is actually what happens, and we meet them, and they're just trying to sell their ceramic clowns, and it's just awful. And it's just like, I hate both. And I'm glad Joe kicks over the shelf of clowns. I'm sad he didn't kick them just right in the face.
Yeah, I'm kind of sad I didn't think of those two. Because, yeah,
you picked Dennis Miller.
I'm thinking right now, like, how awful it would be for the child to just be ditched.
Like, I mean, like Joe handled it okay.
Like a stray, just like an unwanted Christmas present of a dog that you get, and you just take it out and throw it in the ditch somewhere and drive away. Oh, it's heartbreaking.
I hope you're not speaking from experience.
No.
Because those people, I do legitimately hope there's a special place in hell for
Yeah.
those people.
Absolutely.
I don't like people. I like animals. And I especially don't like people who don't like animals.
And to you, no, I did not pick Dennis Miller.
Because you pick Kid Rock.
I picked Kid Rock. It's Robbie. The character sucks. The whatever he's clarified as now, he sucks.
I believe he's he what's the word I'm trying to say?
Douchebag.
Well, yeah. No, I believe he is described as a Dr. Phil lookalike.
Yes.
He's a Dr. Phil body double.
Yes. And just him in this movie, it gave me the icks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I picked Robbie.
Dear Robbie, that's me. Do not tell Joe about his parents.
That was the best acting he did, but he wasn't acting.
He was just reading the
I
script.
was like, fuck Kid Rock. And his ball with the ball. And the dang bang.
His name is Kid.
Click. Turn it off.
My name, click. Thank you.
Thanks for telling me. It's Mr. Worldwide.
Pitbull, click. Jason Derulo, click. If you have to say your own name, you're not as famous as you think you are.
Absolutely.
All right. Episode 66, Xmen. There's more than one pick,
but there's only one pick.
No, legitimately, there's a few. We don't have the same one.
No, I know who you have.
Who do I have?
I think you have Toad.
You think I have Toad?
I think you have
You're
Toad.
wrong.
Oh.
Because Toad is arguably the strongest character in the movie. I think you have Storm.
You know what? You mind your business. Stop looking at my list. Fucking worthless ass character. Worst character, terrible lines, terrible line delivery, terrible actress.
Do you know what happens to a toad when it gets hit by lightning? The same thing that happens to everything else.
Did you mention terrible accent?
This is my accent.
Stupid.
Wait, hold on. You're reminding me of someone when you talk like that, but no, I can't.
They wasted the character of Storm.
Oh, absolutely they did.
With all of it.
Now, Jean Grey was actually pretty spot on, because even Jean Grey is kind of a useless character.
She is kind of, yeah.
Her main power is scream and desperation. Not to be confused with Charles Xavier's powers of go in coma.
Jean Grey's powers is being lusted over by Logan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, honestly, this might be a hot take for my super nerdy fans. The Wolverine Jean Grey is not my favorite Wolverine love story, which, granted, he has like 87 of them. They're all shit. There's one I like, though. And it's it's one of the alternate dimensions where the human mutant war happens. The humans assassinate Xavier, and Magneto becomes the leader of the X-Men and the leader of all mutant kind in the war. But in this timeline, Wolverine is instead of just being like a cuck, he's in an actual relationship and is having actual sex and sharing and being shared with actual feelings with Storm.
Okay.
And the Wolverine Storm dynamic is actually, I thought, worked really well because they balance each other out.
Okay.
Because like Wolverine gets all worked up and the Storm's like, Logan, chill fuck out, right?
Yeah.
Then there's times where she's trying to take the high ground and he's like, not this time, sweetheart.
Yeah.
There's
I can see that.
There's also a weird joke where they're getting ready to go into battle at one moment and he makes a comment how Well, there's probably time to get ready, and they could always just stop off in the shower. And she's like, we do not have time for that. And he's like, all right, we'll skip the foreplay. And then she takes his hand. She's like, you most certainly will not. And I'm like, they're about to have hot sex in the shower. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm into this. And Storm likes her foreplay, as we all do. But no, the Wolverine...
that sounds like a good Storm character. Unlike what we got.
Because Storm should be a good character. Storm kicks that. But no, if you ask, what's the best Wolverine relationship, it's with Storm. Deal with it. No, my worst character, Toad, was close. But if I said take Toad and then neuter him to the point that his sole job is to fail and to be useless.
Yeah.
And to be so pathetically bleh that you could write him out and it wouldn't change the movie because he contributes nothing. And I'm talking about Sabretooth.
He sinks that boat.
He does?
With his body.
Oh, when he
gets blasted out of the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, I guess.
But then that's supposed to kill him?
No, he definitely would have survived that.
Yeah, he would have survived.
Well, a proper Sabretooth character would have survived
unless he drowned.
You think this iteration of Storm is bad?
Yeah.
This iteration of Sabretooth is criminal.
But Storm was...
close second.
No,
I hate Saber. He's just so... what? And then that final fight, which no one cares about because you've built up the final fight between Wolverine and villain. Well, cool. The villain he's fighting is the failure.
Yeah.
It would have been meaningful if Sabretooth had been built up as like this badass.
Storm had already beat him.
Everyone had beaten him. He sucks.
Yeah.
And
Toad verbally beats him.
And in the comics, if Toad had gotten out of line, Sabretooth would have choked him to death with his own tongue. Like Sabretooth should do.
Yeah.
Nope, Sabretooth sucks. Worst character in the X-Men.
That's a good pick, but mine's still the right one. So
you're not saying I have a bad pick. You're just saying it's not the right pick.
Right. Exactly.
Okay, I'm with you. Got it. All right, episode 67, Easy A.
There's only one pick in this fucking movie.
I would agree, but I'm a little concerned we don't have the same one.
Who's yours?
Mrs. Griffith, the counselor.
That's a good second.
Okay.
Why do you say Mrs. Griffith? Elaborate.
Okay.
Sell me.
Okay.
Sell me. Sell me this pin.
Mrs. Griffith, the high school counselor. You mean the woman who's cheating on her husband? The husband who, as we are shown, is loving, caring, attentive, present, puts her first, wants to be there for her, that she for no good, and is attractive. Let's not forget attractive and charming. The husband is.
Oh, yeah.
No, fuck him. I'm going to have tawdry affairs with my high school students. Because there's more than one. But there's only one we learn about who she gives him chlamydia.
Yes.
Then, you mean the high school counselor who not only doesn't help Olive sort through these kind of weird issues she's having and the phase she's going through, but actually encourages it without knowing any details about it. You mean the high school counselor who then not only doesn't help her, but fails to deliver on the promises she makes to Olive to stand up for her, to help her, and says, no, I'm an adult. You're just some shitty kid that no one's going to believe. Who are they going to believe, Olive? You're the one that gave him chlamydia. You're the slut, not me. They don't know I'm a slut. You mean that high school counselor? You mean that character?
Yeah, you almost sold me. Almost. I picked the shit dick.
Fat kid?
Evan.
The fat hairy kid?
Evan.
Okay.
I found out he had a name, but he doesn't get a name anymore. He's just
he's shit dick.
He's shit dick.
He didn't have a name in the episode, as I recall.
No.
We just called him shit dick.
Screw that kid.
The movie would have been better if there had been a scene of the truck driver catching him.
Absolutely. This kid goes to Olive for help because he knows she has helped, 2 other people?
2 or 3, something like that.
And after she reluctantly agrees to help him, he tells everybody that, hey, all you got to do is pay her and she'll have sex with you, causing almost all of these problems that she has to get monumentally worse.
Oh, it escalates. Yeah.
And then refuses to help her when she needs help. And then gets pissed off because she doesn't get naked during her podcast that he was watching while trying to cross the street with his stupid ass ice cream, and almost gets hit by a truck because he's not paying any attention. And then gets pissed off at the truck driver, acts like a big badass, throws his ice cream cone, and then runs off like a screaming little bitch when the truck driver gets out.
No badass throws his ice cream. The badass move would be to beat someone down without dropping your ice cream.
Absolutely.
How much better would this movie have been if a shit dick had just got pet cemeteried?
Oh, hell yeah.
If he's just like, oh, she's not getting there with a boom.
That would have been higher on my
just
list.
Gets creamed.
It would have been above the Crazies in my top 10.
And the best character would have been the truck driver.
Hell yes. So no, mine is the shit dick just because he makes Olive's life so much worse.
So does
but he starts it off.
I'm with you. I forgot about him, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't change my opinion, but
the fact that he came to her for help and then he completely fucks her over.
Yeah.
Fuck that kid.
I swear to God, I ever run into him. All right. Episode 68, Liar, Liar. See, this is tricky because it's a movie intentionally filled with awful people.
Yes. And I have one.
I also have one.
That it's not because the character sucks. It's because they suck for the purpose of the film.
Right. Audrey.
You watch your damn mouth.
Moira Tierney ruins this character.
You watch your goddamn mouth.
I guess I picked mine more because of the actress.
I treated you like a fucking son. You stabbed me in the heart.
Never gets old. I love that line. All right. No, I didn't pick Moira.
Okay, I'll calm down.
I did pick a lady, though.
Okay.
I picked Samantha Cole.
Why would you pick Samantha Cole?
Jennifer Tilly's character?
Yeah.
I'll tell you why. This is what cements it for me.
The goose noises?
No, I think you're bad at sex.
The square-headed boyfriend?
No, he's good at sex. No, let me tell you what cements it for me. In a movie of bad characters, not like they're poorly written, like we're not supposed to, like these are all awful people,
yes.
Right? She wins the case. She gets her money. She doesn't deserve it, but it's a loophole. Fletcher wins. She gets her money. She had already agreed on joint custody. Then, without telling anyone, changed her mind to get more money per month out of him. Is going to leave. The kids want to go to their dad. And she's screaming at him, yelling at him, get off him, leave him alone, drags them away from their father as they're screaming for him. He's starting to tear up over it, as you would as a man. And she just spits that line, "You haven't paid for them yet. Don't you have some checks to write?" I'm like, you fucking bitch. There is no one in this movie worse than her thanks to that moment. I cannot be sold otherwise.
Okay. Well, let me give you mine.
If it's not Samantha Cole, it's wrong.
Because I picked Samantha Cole.
Yeah, you did.
For those reasons. Exactly.
It-
Exactly.
She is fine. You know she's a floozy and she's sleeping around, but she's no worse than all the other terrible people that we're laughing with at whatever. But it's this moment that catapults her above everyone else as like, you are the worst.
I agree.
Possibly Reed's boss because of that really awful forced laugh he has. But not quite as bad as Samantha Cole.
Yeah. Yeah. And then he tries to assassinate Riggs and Murtaugh.
Yeah, but Riggs needed his writers to do that.
That's true. Oh,
We have an agreement.
we do.
All right. The Equalizer, episode 69. The Equalizer. You want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
I picked this character. I like the actor, but there's something about him in this role, this character. Every time he's on screen, I'm just like, no, it didn't work for me. The accent is fucking atrocious.
It took me a minute. I'm with you now.
It's Frank. It's the cop, David Harbour.
David Harbour.
And I like David Harbour. But I don't know. Now that we've done two David Harbour, well, not two David Harbour movies, but we've had David Harbour on this pod twice now.
Right.
And both times I this one I don't like his character. I don't like him in it. And the other one, the movie, was complete shit.
See, I'm going to argue, though. I agree with what you're saying, but we both agreed and said explicitly his performance as Santa.
Yeah, I agree. Yes.
Like, no, he gives, as an actor, he gives a great job. He does a great job in Violent Night.
Yeah.
So.
But, man, him as Frank just, it sucked. It just, no.
Mark Wahlberg was busy. He heard there was a Bostonian firefighter role available, and he was chasing screenwriters down the street. I cheated.
You cheated?
I picked two characters.
What in the shit? This is the second time you cheated.
Sue me. I'm Samantha Cole. No, I picked these two because
I think I know.
There's not one without the other. And try as I might, I couldn't find these characters' names. And I didn't want to put names down and it be the wrong names.
Okay.
The two young douchebags that Robert works with at Home Mart.
Oh.
Yo, man, you was a pimp? Not a pip. P-I-P. Pip. Yo, what the fuck you talking about? Those two dipshits.
I forgot about them too. I thought you were going to say the two police officers that were
No.
Okay.
Those two dipshits at Home Mart. I'm like, you could transplant them into Cliffhanger.
Yeah, I think they took them from Cliffhanger.
There would be little difference.
I agree. Yeah. Okay. I like that pick.
Except in Cliffhanger, they are West Coast stoners. And in Equalizer, they are East Coast stoners. And those are different stereotypes. But stereotypes all the same.
I like that a lot. Yep. You're right. I almost want to change my pick, but I'm sticking with Frank.
It's fine. Now that brings us to episode 70, Lethal Weapon 3. There's one pick.
I had 3. But I
can see that.
I broke it down.
Okay, so who are the 2 you didn't pick?
One was the villain,
Okay.
Jack Travis. He just
Jack Mustache.
I like the idea of having a corrupt cop, or former cop rather, because he knows all the ins and outs of everything and how to get in and get away and knows their procedures and blah, 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 blah. But he was just poorly executed. And speaking of executed, the other one I picked was Riggs, because the writers decided that this character was too good and decided to execute him. But the one I did pick is because this character was shoehorned in.
Oh.
Didn't have any purpose at all.
You don't have to go at Murtaugh's daughter like that.
No, she was in there for a reason, so that Roger would have some made up bullshit to punch Riggs for. I'm talking about Leo.
Okay.
Every time he showed up on screen, he undercut any kind of tension or drama or whatever they were building for. And it just turned this into a TGIF fucking sitcom. You know,
A TGIF. Whoa.
remember TGIF?
Relax, Grandpa.
Hell yeah. Full House and Family Matters.
Everywhere you look, there's a heart there.
Here comes fucking Leo Getz. Whatever you need. Leo Getz. Get it?
You like Joe Pesci.
I do. I love Leo in the second one. I love Joe Pesci as an actor. I think he's great. But man, in this, I'm just the shitty haircut and the hair color and the earring and his
the dyed blonde is
it's
bad look.
Terrible.
It's criminal. It should have been his dyed hair should have been the villain.
Oh shit. So yeah, as much as I hate to say it, Leo, he's the worst one in this whole movie.
All right. Well, you did name of your 3. You did name my pick.
I know who it is.
I didn't go with Leo. And I couldn't go with Mel.
I knew it.
I went with the wet blanket, ho-hum, worthless, does nothing. He's not even the main villain. He's just like the guy who's there to kind of sort of move the plot along. And I'm talking about Jack Travis. Hey, we stick around, write our names in it. Oh, bing.
He's the villain, but he just doesn't seem like the villain, does he?
No.
Yeah, it's weird.
This movie doesn't feel like it has a villain.
No, because it's too busy bouncing around from Lorna and Leo and the
Daryl
bullshit and the you can't retire us, man. You can't retire us. What do you mean you slept with my daughter? You slept with Rianne? No, I didn't sleep with Rianne.
Which no one thought he was sleeping with Rianne.
Just
not even Murtaugh would think that.
No, it's but yeah, you're right. It doesn't feel like this movie has a villain.
No, Jack Travis sucks.
You know who the villain of this movie is?
The writers?
The fucking writers.
Absolutely. There's 3 of them.
Yep. It's like a Spider-Man movie.
Okay, what is with that? What is specifically Spider-Man and Batman, where the movie can't just have a villain? There's always got to be multiple villains. And I'm just like, just have a... The only one I can think of is Dark Knight, where it was just the Joker. Everything else is multiple villains. Spider-Man's always multiple villains. Batman's always multiple villains. Why?
I get Spider-Man because he's, even in the comics, he's always had multiple people trying to get at him. So I understand why they carry
all
that over. All
superheroes do. But unless you're doing a movie about the Sinister Six,
yeah,
make a movie about a villain and build them up strong enough that they can carry that function on their own. When you have multiple villains, it undercuts them.
I agree. I think that's the problem. They think, well, in the first movie we had one villain, so now the second movie, I mean, obviously, we have to have more than one threat. And then the third one, they just overdo it where the villains there's too many.
Yeah.
And it sucks. So yeah, I agree with you there. I don't know why they do it. It doesn't work majority of the time.
Yeah, because they end up in Dark Knight Rises, going back to Batman. I like Tom Hardy Bane.
I did too.
Even liked his voice. We all do an accent, or we all do the voice, and we joke about it. But I thought it was cool. Then you found out, much like in Batman and Robin, he's a fucking henchman.
Yeah,
I hate that.
I did too.
And I just went, cool. Everything I liked about this character, gone, wasted, trash.
Yeah. Well, like, what is it? Spider-Man: Homecoming. There's multiple villains in that, but the Vulture is the main guy.
Well, no, see, I think the Vulture is the villain.
Yes,
the villain has henchmen.
Exactly. Yeah, and they're like Shocker was one of them.
Yeah,
which I like that idea.
I'm okay with henchmen.
Yeah,
because Venom isn't taking orders or working with Doc Ock.
No,
those are separate things, right? I don't even know if there's a Spider-Man movie where they both exist at the same time. There might be. I don't know. I don't remember. I never watched any of the Amazing Spider-Mans.
You're not missing anything.
And I think I only ever saw the first Tobey Maguire one.
That's Spider-Man 2 is wildly overrated, I think.
I've seen all the Tom Holland ones thus far, but you get my point.
Yeah.
But like, they're just two separate villains doing separate villain things. But like, oh no, we've got Vulture and then working directly underneath. So it's like when Shocker does, like when they ambush Peter leaving the prom. Well, shit, we know they're on orders from the Vulture.
Right.
Everything they do stems back to him. So their villainy feeds into the Vulture's villainy.
Correct.
Because it's like they're going this far and are being this evil with permission, with the okay from Vulture. So it feeds on itself. So henchmen are okay. Unless your henchman is Bane and the main villain is a shitty swerve from a character no one really cares about.
Yeah. I honestly, when they did that reveal in Dark Knight Rises, I was like, who? And then I'm like, oh, I remember her. Like,
yeah.
I know who she is, but I don't ever remember there being any hints of it at all.
I think it almost would have been better if she were just like Roz was, just front and center, just like, no, I'm.
Yeah, I agree.
And then Bane as her right-hand henchman. It still would have wasted Bane, but Bane's being wasted in this scenario regardless, so at least do it with a better villain.
At least we knew right away that he's wasted instead of all this built up to be like, man, this guy is cool. Oh, he's the number 2.
But see, how were they able to do it with Joker then?
What do you mean?
In Dark Knight, one villain, the whole movie.
Because it was the Joker.
But with writing, you can do that with any of them.
Yeah. But they took the Joker a lot more seriously, I think, than they do some other characters.
They almost did it with Bane.
I know.
They were this close.
I know it. And they thought, well, nobody will believe that Bane could do this on his own.
Yeah.
Like, have you not read the comics before?
Then they did it with Vulture for Homecoming.
Yes.
They did it with
I love that they took the shitty Vulture character from the comics and
made him cool.
Made him awesome.
And then an old man in a green bird suit. He looked like a Looney Tunes character.
He did.
Was it Homecoming? Far From Home. It was Mysterio. But it was just Mysterio, right?
Yes.
It's been so long since I've seen that one.
Yeah.
But so again, they did it there. Then at least in No Way Home, I'm giving that one a pass because you have multiple villains from multiple timelines, which feeds into the fact that there's also multiple Spider-Men to fight those villains. So at least that's like one-on-one, and it's callbacks, and each Spider-Man has a villain that pertains to them. Like, that works for me. But I'm sick of the multiple villains.
I hope they do away with it.
Yeah. Although, honestly, I think we might just need to do away with the MCU. Or at least let's take like a 5-year break. No MCU content for 5 years. Give Marvel and Disney 5 years to come up with an idea that doesn't suck.
I think they just need to back off a little bit as far, because they did Deadpool and Wolverine, and it was just that one movie for the whole year, and that was good.
Yeah,
I think they just need one movie and maybe one TV show a year.
but see, I don't think the one a year, that's not what made Deadpool good. It was fresh people with fresh ideas and a fresh take. If the one Marvel movie a year had still been the Eternals,
yeah, but I think they're trying to churn out too much shit. There's no reason for the Eternals. Who the fuck cares about the Eternals?
but see, the argument is that's what they said about Guardians of the Galaxy. And that ended up being...
You got a point there. But it's the fucking Eternals, man.
Right?
Like, no.
Or Shang-Chi. That
I actually enjoyed Shang-Chi.
I enjoy it when Awkwafina's not on screen or in earshot.
That, I forgot she was in that.
Yeah. Ruins it a little bit.
Yeah, it does.
We're not talking about superhero. When we convert to a top 10 channel exclusively, we'll go more into it. But what are we talking about? Nothing. We're ending the episode.
We're wrapping it up.
Done. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for listening to to Superhero Talk. No, I'm sorry. Ticket Price Top 10 Edition, episodes 61 through 70, Worst Characters List. Down below in the Q&A, make sure you let us know who you think the worst character from each movie is. And hit that follow button. Turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. Visit the merch store. Support us on Patreon. Check out the content there if you so desire. If you want to throw in that support so Tevis can afford his heart medication, he and his daughter would appreciate it. Until then, until the next episode, as always, be good to yourselves, be good to each other, and good night.